Hi friends, it's Jen, and I wanted to come on here today to talk to you about something that I actually have been talking a lot about in my fitness classes this past week, or I guess last week. I love when I have this opportunity to sweat and to have the endorphins going, and sometimes these messages come out based on things that I've watched or listened or embodied myself, and they just kind of come out authentically. So I feel like this is a really important message. This is going to be kind of brief, and hopefully you'll get some good tips on how to fill your own emotional bank account in order to find more happiness and fulfillment for yourself, which I think is the reason for the season for pretty much everybody's existence. So with the emotional bank account, for me personally, I feel like this starts with you, and it starts with how you talk to yourself and how you treat yourself. And the biggest thing that I was telling my classes is that it's complimenting yourself. And this is something that I learned from Matt Kahn, which if you've never heard of him, he's amazing. Some people think he's weird if you're not ready for that level of spirituality, but he sends a pretty basic and elementary message that in order to fill our own emotional bank accounts, we must compliment ourselves. And so if it feels weird to you to sit in the mirror, or when you're driving or when you're by yourself, I tend to talk to myself a lot when I'm by myself. I'm by myself a lot, so it's not unusual for me to say things and kind of talk out loud, which I've gotten over that fear of sounding like a crazy person. But what I was telling my classes is that, all the things that you wish someone else would say to you, you need to say them to yourself. So, and it's the little things. It's like if you do something that scares the living shit out of you and you try to downplay it, don't downplay it. Compliment yourself. So like for me today, I had a phone interview. It was the first phone interview that I've had in good Lord, since 2012, however long ago that was. Hi, Rebecca. And, for me, it's scary. Even though I used to be a recruiter, even though this was used to be my job to call people and interview them, for some reason it really freaked me out. And after the phone call, even though I felt like I made an ass out of myself because I drank some pre-workout and I just felt like I couldn't formulate a sentence, I ended up getting an in-person interview, and I was really excited. And so I took that time to just be proud of myself and tell myself, even if you don't say it out loud, but tell yourself inside that, my dog is screaming, so please stop screaming. This is what I get for making a live video, but, to just really take the time to tell yourself that compliment of damn, good job. You were nervous, but you killed it. And I think this goes along the lines with other things. If you're waiting for your significant other, for your friends, for other people to tell you a good job, you look good, you're funny, you're awesome, they appreciate you, whatever you are looking for, until you can fill up your own emotional bank account, it'll never be enough. Have you ever had it happen when someone pays you a compliment and you you're like, oh, okay, thanks. 20 people can give you a compliment and you're like, okay, whatever, thank you. Sam. And then all it takes is for one person to say something mean, and you're like, and it just totally discounts everything, even though there were more people that told you something nice than somebody that told you something mean. And this mean comment could even just be from yourself. You could be like, oh, those people are just saying that to say it. They're just saying that because I'm expressing a struggle I'm going through, so they're just trying to be nice. Whatever we say to discredit compliments from other people, which I'll get to that in a second as far as, receiving compliments. But, until you are able to tell those things to yourself and really believe them, then Sam, you're so funny. Until you can believe them yourself, then, it's just it'll never be enough. You know what I mean? Like, it will never feel like enough. And you'll always feel like you're searching for the next validation from somebody else to make you feel complete. And so here's the deal. With your emotional bank account, it's in the negative when if I'm telling you to tell yourself, to give yourself compliments, and you're like, that's so stupid. Like, that's corny. That feels weird. That's awkward. Like, who does that? That's a crazy person thing, we're so mean to ourselves. We're often our own worst critics. And I think there's a beautiful balance between wanting to be the next level version of yourself, but if you don't take the time to celebrate where you are, you can get to that next level and you'll still feel empty, right? Like this is what happens too when you feel like you're giving so much to other people, like you're trying to be a space for other people, you're trying to be a good friend, a good spouse, a good coworker, a good whatever, you just feel exhausted. And it's partly, number one, because you need to protect your energy, but mostly because you might be working from a negative emotional bank account. So the simple way to start doing this is just to tell yourself all the things that you want to hear. And you can say it in your own head, but I think writing it down and saying it out loud, first thing in the morning really sets the intention of having this confidence, right? Everyone wants this confidence. In order to have confidence, you have to do scary things. In order to do scary things, you need to believe in yourself, right? It's people can skate by. People do skate by not liking themselves and always pushing themselves to do the next and greatest thing so that they'll feel happy or fulfilled or good about themselves. But I really feel like that true sense of peace, where in today's world, people don't really, it's such a masculine, like, go-getter, like, achieve, look at what I have type of culture that we live in. So when you tell people you're happy and you feel at peace, they're like, okay, well, where's, the external factors that come into play? Where's the money? Where's the things? Where's the accolades? Like, people are looking for something external, but really it's the internal work. And this is why I'm so passionate about mental health, is because to me, that's like the most crucial thing that you could ever work on, is your relationship with yourself. And through, not everybody's ready for meditation, although, it's quite a loaded word. But I think the easiest and most quickest way to fill your emotional bank account is to tell yourself those things that you're wanting to hear from other people. Now, when you get compliments from other people, and I heard this on the podcast, that my episode is coming out this week, I'm pretty sure. But one of the previous episodes, Shay had one of her friends on, and they talked about receiving compliments. And this one really stuck with me because, especially, I'm talking to my women out there. I think my men might do this too, but I know that this is a very common thing for us women, where someone will pay us a compliment. So, like, example, someone might say, "Oh, Jen, your ring is really beautiful." And I might say something like, "Oh, yeah, it's fake. I got it off of Wish for like $3. Like, instead of saying thank you and just letting it be, we have to explain ourselves. So someone says, "Oh, I really, I love your outfit today." And you go, "Oh yeah, I got it on sale at TJ Maxx, da 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 da." Instead of saying just thank you. They gave this example that made me laugh, where it was kind of like, it's like going to someone's birthday party and you give them the gift and they go, "Oh, thank you so much." And then they give you your gift back. Like, dude, just take the gift. Part of the thing about giving and telling compliments, and if you're somebody that gives a compliment and you get mad when you don't get one back, that means you need to fill up your own emotional bank account. Because when we give compliments, that's a gift to the other person, right? Not only is it a gift to ourselves because it allows ourselves to go, "Oh, hey, you're so nice." You recognize this thing in another person, and either you said something, or you gave them a physical gift, or you gave them the gift of your time, whatever it is, however you show love, the 5 love languages, whatever that looks like. Not only is it good to recognize it in yourself, that's your gift to yourself, right? Doing something nice for someone else. But when someone does something else for you to show their love or appreciation or connection to you, take the freaking compliment, right? Like, don't try to like justify or like downplay or like give a compliment right back. Like, just accept the compliment and feel how good it is in your body to be recognized for whatever it is. You know, either someone cleans your house for you or gives you a gift or says something nice to you or says that they're proud of you, or, you know, like you share something vulnerable and they share something vulnerable too. That's a gift, right? So the name of the game is just to fill up your emotional bank account by recognizing the greatness that's within you. And it feels egotistical for some people. You know, it feels very like, oh, I don't want to boast myself up. But it's very important that you do this, because until you do this and until you really truly embody it, and your team you, right? Like your hashtag team you, whatever your name is, then all the other things that people do for you are just gonna be so fleeting. It's like chasing a dragon, right? Like you're just like thinking that the next compliment, the next thing is going to make you happy, but it won't. And you have to give it to yourself first. So that is my little thing that's been on my heart lately that I wanted to share. So if this is helpful, or you have your own stories of filling up your own emotional bank account or what that means to you, please let me know. And if you found it useful, please feel free to share. So anyways, I had to end up holding my dog for the entire video. So sorry if that's distracting. Anyways, have a great Tuesday and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.